What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. And EA, this is crazy. I don't know why they keep doing this, and it's starting to become a little wild, but I'm going to show you guys what's going on right now. I know a lot of you guys believe that a lot of what they do is a money grab. I will be honest, though. I've played players that have been no money spent, and there are ways to grind the game, no money spent. EA Sports just make it extremely difficult to do. So what we're going to talk about right now is the fact that with the training option, right, they have an 89 plus overall AKA player for 15,000 training. All right. Training has gone up slightly simply because the variety pack is available. The limited situation, if you don't have the chance of getting a limited, I would probably tell you to avoid this. Although a lot of you guys get a lot of the platinum players, the training conversion and the way that it works, EA Sports is going to get you at some point. The beginning, the end, the middle, they're going to get you. They're just not going to give you everything that you want. So I want to make sure that you guys understand, because of the margin of the prices with the variety pack being back, this is a main focus when there's a limited available. All right, the Redux players, you can pretty much save up and buy those. But the limiteds is where it's at, because if they start to give us good limiteds, and we got 16 days left of this, so we may kind of edge out the harvest promo, because 16 from where we are right now will be 23, so it'll be November 23rd. You may be able to get a lot of luck with the limiteds when it comes to the training variety pack, very, very soon. So I would watch that right here. But this is the part that I have a problem with, right? Because at 89 plus, they've been steadily raising this to like ridiculous levels. And I'm gonna let you guys know that it's not necessary to buy this in order to get one of the players that are there when it comes to like the price ranges, because more than likely EA will give you an 89. So you're better off, if you want to gamble with training, I would probably open this 5 times as opposed to buying this once, because more than likely you will get more value from that, unless EA Sports is just out for blood, no Steven Seagal, and they're like, listen, take this jersey and like it. Or like a basic strategy card, which I don't usually see happen, but it is something that's possible because we're dealing with EA Sports. So a lot of you guys are probably going to say, okay, yeah, EA, this is unacceptable. This is really, really bad. But what is the options? What options do we have? So what I'm going to show you guys right now, quickly go to your item manager. We're going to go over to the sets, and then we're going to go over to the AKA. All right, so you guys can get an idea of what I'm trying to kind of explain so it works for you guys. Now, the new players that are out right now, we have Michael Irvin and we have, Brian Dawkins, Weapon X. Before we get into the fact that, these players are 90 overalls, right? And I just sold some players recently for, I think I sold a 90. Oh no, was he a 90? I don't remember what he was. Because these might be the only actual 90s, right? Because the other players were like 89 or something that went into the set. What went into, oh no, these guys are 90s. So, because I just sold the beast mode for very, very cheap. And I should have waited until they dropped this. That's another pro tip, bro. Like sometimes with the way that they update what goes into the cards, we have to wait on the players a little bit longer. What's weird though is the fact that it's only showing us these 290 overalls, as if only these 90 overalls go into it. But I would believe that, wouldn't it be any overall that would go into it? That's what, like this seems kind of weird. Exchange 4 90 overall, AKA nickname versions of players, and 190 overall. So what they're trying to tell me is that there's literally no way that, the other players can go into it. That doesn't make any sense. Let me just go check the actual 90 overall before we get into the actual making up the cards thing, because this seems kind of weird, because I know they're not going to do it where you can't add one of the other 90s. That would just be out of control by EA Sports. And not to say that they're not out of control. So look, these are all AKA players. So this looks a little bit more feasible, right? So it's about 400k for that, and then you got to pay the 200 or whatever it is for the actual set piece, because it's no way that these 90s don't go into that set. I don't know why the set is just bringing up that version of it, but that's something that you guys pretty much can verify in the comments, that all of the 90 overalls that you see right here, they absolutely 100% should go into the set. Why is it okay showing the 90 to 91s? Let me show all. It should go into the set. All right, so now let's go back over to it, and we're gonna talk about the fact that, yeah, you would have to spend 200k for the Michael Irvin, but any AKA player that's a 90 overall, we're gonna show you guys the better route to go as far as, not spending as much as EA Sports wants you to spend. So like I told you guys before, when you're creating these players, you can use these AKAs, these sets here it starts at the 82, and then it continuously goes up and up and up. Obviously, with the 87s and the 88s, what I will urge you guys to do is to be careful and know exactly what version you're looking for, because some players go with the 83, some players use the 82. You need 90s in this case. So these players up here at the top, these 6 should be eligible for that set because it shows any 90 overall. My only issue is I don't have an actual 90 overall that I can test out. Well, no, actually, no, I do. We can actually see if this is a bug or not, because I can actually take the thing there. This guy Night Train Lane Show. Let me see something. I'm gonna take his ability off. Where's Night Train? He's right here. Let me take everything off of him real quick. Oh no, because I have to go ahead and I gotta go all the way back down to here. That's why it's not showing. I gotta take everything off. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and leave him the way he is, because once I start doing that and they start taking training back and it starts getting wild, it gets ridiculous. So we're gonna go ahead and focus in on the fact that the 90s do go into the set, and then I'm gonna show you guys what you should be doing as opposed to spending that 15,000 training. You know, in addition to gambling with the training variety, this is probably the best way to do it. So now, with these 90s, you're gonna see that it shows 587s and 187 of the player, right? What's gonna happen right now, Mike Ditka, he is like the worst one of all the AKAs, I believe. Bears fans, don't get mad at me. Justin Fields is playing well. Enjoy that time. But he's one of the worst cards to actually do anything with. But you can make these 87s, right? And once you make these 87s, everything becomes a lot easier to do. All right, so making these 87s are gonna be pretty much going into the set that I just showed you over here. Which one over here? Right here, the 87 right here. And what goes into it? I think these are the ones with the 82s. All right. Now, mathematically, right? Mathematically, with the way that this works, this never really truly works out in your favor unless you actually make the 82s themselves. Because when you start to buy them, they become pricey for the set. But this is a very, very good way for you to kind of come up without having to go into EA's situation of, oh, yeah, give me 15,000 for 89, because you're not gonna get a 90 plus. Most of you guys won't. So I don't want you guys to go down that path unless you're feeling lucky. You might as well play the Powerball too if you're feeling lucky. But this would be what I would consider your best bet, is making the 87s, making the 90s, and putting together what's needed for the actual set instead of going after these current players. Because you got to remember, not many people are going after Michael Irvin because he's 6'2". The playmaker, he's 6'2", and in this game, because it's a game of height, this is not going to matter as much. Can he moss you? Yes, but it doesn't make sense to do this simply because of his height in the game, and everybody is agging. It doesn't matter who it is. My grandma will be agging, bro. Like, the game is based off of agging. Now, with Weapon X, I don't know how to feel about him because he's kind of undersized. I love the artwork. I think it's really good, but he's very undersized at 6 foot. Yes, he's faster, but he may not amount to a lot of success for your individual team because of the fact that he's 6 foot. As a user, he's probably going to get mossed a little bit more. Right now, we're using that Palomalo, Isaiah right now. So he's 6'4". He doesn't usually get mossed, and we got Cam Chancellor. I'm not going to sleep on that speed though, but I wanted you guys to just know from me that he may not be the best option as a user. You could probably put him in, as a corner and a nickel and let him play like some flats and stuff like that. But as far as user, he's going to get mossed. That's everything that's going on right now. That's the route I would take to build the players for today and avoid what EA did, because it's just straight bad, bro. What they did is out of control. That 15,000, I would save the training and I would go that route in order to get some of the newer players. If you have any other questions or comments, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. One love, y'all.